Hello everyone, and we are going to be reacting to this little mini film called SCP-096. It's a short mini film made by some very good and talented designers. So let's give it a watch. Say.
Big brother, this is Echo Romeo Alpha. Target is secure. RTB.
Man, this is starting off very brilliant. And the design on the graphics too is insane. By the way, this is all SCP stuff, so if you know this and whatever, if you don't, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. All I have to say is I can't really get the face cam working with this. It's just a bit weird. So what I'm gonna do is show my face at the end of this little film, and then we're gonna watch another one. How does that sound, guys? Let's go.
This is Inspector Arlia beginning session 5 of the investigation for incident 096-1-Alpha. I am here with Dr. Daniels. Hello, Doctor.
Have you caught it yet?
Yes. You'll be pleased to hear containment has been attained.
Oh, thank God.
We do have some questions, obviously. It's been very difficult to get a clear picture of the case. I hope you can help us.
Yes, of course.
Good. Now, Doctor, for the record, where were you when containment was broken?
I was on an excavation in the mountains, comparing lab samples with local geology.
And in your absence, who was in charge of the lab?
Dr. Oleksy.
And how was 096 being held?
As per protocol, 096 is being kept in a Class 13 containment cube. No windows, no cameras, no one that is possible to see its face. Any instrumentation or life support system is in strict compliance.
Thank you. When exactly was containment broken?
I haven't been informed of the exact time yet.
Yes, of course. Apologies, Doctor. We're a bit disorganized ourselves. Doctor?
Are they watching us?
You must be more specific, Doctor.
The O5, are they watching us?
Yes.
Well, maybe now they'll listen to me when I say we need to kill it.
This could have been a catastrophe.
Unfortunately, it's a bit too late for current things, Doctor.
What do you mean?
Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Relax, Doctor. All protocols have been followed. All personnel inside Stage 2 containment saw its face. Unfortunately, that was just the start.
Recording.
Okay, this is researcher Michael Allen,
And researcher Daryl Landry.
reporting an event with 096.
At approximately 1557, audio blips were picked up by sensors Alpha 1 and Alpha 2. There it is again. The readings are showing 096 on the north wall, stationary. You should get Alexi down here.
It should hold, right?
Just get a hold of Alexi!
Oh my.
It rapidly became clear that 096's target, which we've labeled 096-1, was nowhere close by.
Wait. In the event of a Stage 1 breach, the automated protocols ensure that a sleeping agent...
The automated protocols failed to start. In the event of an automation failure, it would be up to the operations chief, in this case, Dr. Alexi.
Well, where the hell was he?
He was found hiding in the janitorial closet in Division 3. Dead.
Dead?
Indeed.
Lexi, you idiot.
I'm sorry for your loss, Doctor, but we do have a lot more to cover. After breaching the base, 096 moved in a straight vector towards the mountains.
Oh my god, this is insane so far.
Big brother, this is Hog.
1 approaching estimated target location, over.
Copy, Hog 1. Maintain vector. I think I've got something. Target visual.
Clear for strafing round, over.
You're clear. Ineffective on target. Copy. Going hot on 2 Mavericks. 3, 2, 1.
Fire.
Insane firepower there.
Direct hit. No effect. I repeat, no effect on target. Copy, Hog 1. Return to base. Retrieval team, maintain vector.
096 proved difficult to keep track of. It doesn't show up on satellite thermal imaging oftentimes. We were only able to track it by the path of destruction it left. About 2 hours into pursuit, it crossed a state highway. We were lucky it was lightly traveled at the time, but 12 people still saw its face.
We needed more preparation. For when, not if, but when there was a breach.
You did have a considerable budget, Doctor, but it seems that most of your focus was on the scramble goggles.
Yes, I've said time and again that the Scramble program was the only achievable technology to give us a fighting chance. Especially when you assholes wouldn't let me do proper research. As I said, it has always been a when.
Doctor, please, we have a lot more to cover. Finally, 096 reached victim 096-1, a young man who lived on a small farm at the foot of the mountains. With his wife and newborn child.
This is sad. Oh, come on.
Ian!
you bothered by something, Dr. Daniels?
Why didn't you let me kill it?
For the record, Doctor, you don't know how to kill it. Much of the research you've requested equates to torturing 096, which is inhumane.
Inhumane? There's nothing human about that thing. This is insane. People die.
Yes, Doctor, people have died. Isn't that a tragedy?
You people are a bunch of goddamn psychopaths.
Our only concern is to secure, contain, and protect. Which brings us to our next point. Your scramble goggles. Tell me, how do they work? Just for the record, Doctor.
They're mixed reality goggles. Each eye is fed a video feed, and an AI detects and scrubs out 096's face from the image.
Brilliant solution to a very complicated problem. Expensive, too. It's a shame it didn't work.
What?
Let's continue.
Tau 1, be advised. You're approaching the compound. One Bravo, clearing structure line. One Alpha nearing target. Target confirmed. Copy. Marker placed. Proceed with bagging. Moving to you, Alpha. Initiate bagging. What was that? Shit! Something's wrong. Scramble is ineffective. Fuck! Engage! Alpha and Bravo, fall back.
The entirety of MTF Tau 1 was terminated. 8 of the best mobile task force we have.
They should have worked. All my tests. They were supposed to work.
All of this brings us to the source of this tragedy. Open it.
What am I looking at?
I believe the important part is still in the envelope, Doctor.
Is this?
Yes, what was an original photograph of 096 in the wild.
Someone photographed it?
We dated the photograph to the 1980s. It seems the original photographer and all of its subsequent viewers were completely unaware of 096's presence. Until a young man at the farmhouse, that is.
This has been scratched out by hand. By who? How?
Your scramble goggles proved to be somewhat useful, after all.
I am class. Copy Echo Romeo Alpha. Move to extraction.
Files open.
Big brother, target is triggered.
Apparently, 096's face was so small in the image it took up less than 4 pixels.
4 pixels caused all of this. 4 fucking pixels? I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for, Doctor?
Everything. They were supposed to work. On my plans. The goggles. They were supposed to save lives. What was the final casualty count?
15 civilians, 48 Foundation members, 63 deaths in total.
Ooh.
So, that's what all this is about. So much death. And you want someone to pin it on, eh? Someone to punish.
Doctor, in here, you will find the clearances necessary to begin termination trials on SCP-096. The O5 Council has come to your side.
Do you mean I'm allowed to kill it?
You're allowed to try. All we ask is that in your termination attempts, you solidify the research and create a more effective solution to our containment needs. Dr. Daniels, is there anything else you'd like to say on record?
No. No, I think that's everything.
Very well then. This concludes session 5 of the SCP-096-1-Alpha investigation. Doctor, again, my condolences to you for the loss of your colleagues.
Alexei, we did it.
Good work.
He's smart. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Are the O5 still in line?
We're still here, and Inspector Everett is right. Well done, Arlia.
Thank you, madam. It was short of a confession, but I believe we have enough.
It's a shame. Daniels really is brilliant. If he were more motivated, perhaps he could have unlocked the secrets to 096's uncanny sensory abilities.
Easy to. He's proven his point.
The only thing he's proven is that he's as much of a monster as he considers us.
That's enough. Inspector Arlia, after everything you just saw, has your hunch been confirmed?
I believe so. The way he handled the photograph, he's definitely familiar with it. I suspect he's been holding on to it for a stunt like this.
But still, how could he have warned Alexei? His absence in control was our first lead.
Outside help? Has Alexei given us anything new?
No, he's staying loyal, although his initial discrepancies are damning enough.
Get what we can out of him. Then he's to be terminated. Quickly and quietly. Remember, he's officially already dead.
Yes, madam. When do we inform Daniels that we know he orchestrated the breach?
Only after he kills it.
Let me pause it. I'll be back now. Right. Hello everyone. I gotta say that was a very, very, very good short film. We're gonna watch a second one, and I will pop it up in the screen in just a second. So, give me a minute. Wait, just before I put this on, I'm gonna turn my face cam off so you can all see it better. So, give me a minute. Right, is everyone ready for this? So here we go. This is SCP-106, the little animated film. I'll give credits to the creators of this at the end, so then it doesn't feel like they're not being left out. Wow, this is real, like, World War I/II background. Probably is, because I think that's what he originates from.
Sir, I'm telling you, I woke up and there he was, standing over me, eyes glowing like the devil.
That's enough, Private. The men have enough to think about without you spreading bloody ghost stories, especially about one of our own.
But sir, there's something wrong with him. Who knows what happened to him over there, in that pit? Whatever wiped out the Jerrys must have done something to him.
We have no idea what happened in that bunker. All I know is we have orders to hold this line, and we will follow those orders. I won't let you turn the men against each other.
I'm sorry, sir. I just feel like something really isn't right.
Don't worry, Dix. I'm sure the corporal just needs some time to pull himself together. I'll have a word with Lawrence.
I'm loving this so far, honestly. This is really, really good.
What you doing? Stop right there!
What do you think? There's no way she'd go in there. Let's keep checking this way.
That isn't good news then. This is a big place.
We'd better take a look in there.
But the person you called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Stacy, it's Nika. You need to clear out. The job went right down the shitter. Gav said there'd be no guard tonight, but the police were all over us right from the start. I gave him the slip in the woods, but I think Gav got nicked. I'm in some old abandoned hospital or that, but I think they might come and search the place, so I'm gonna look for a back door. Give me a ring when you get this.
The ring will be never. Good idea. Why are eyes like that?
the 18th of October, year of our Lord 1916. It has been several months since I arrived at the front lines, but it already feels like an eternity here. Life in the trenches is nothing I could have imagined. I try to keep the men's morale up, but it's hard when all I see around us is destruction and death. Today we had another attack from the Germans. It was brutal and bloody, and we lost many good men. I saw many of my comrades fall, and there was nothing I could do to help them. It's a feeling of helplessness that I simply can't shake off. November 1st, 1916. The reprieve from the German guns is a relief, but this long quiet is beginning to unnerve me. It's been 2 days since we've seen or heard anything from the other side. Not even our best spotters have seen any activity across no man's land. One of the men, Ainsley, said he heard screams a few nights ago, but I just assured him it was the wind, and our less than cheerful situation playing his imagination. Most of the men are glad for some peace. Some think it means the Germans are in retreat. The war may be drawing to an end. Word from command doesn't comfort me, though. It sounds like our company is in the eye of the storm. One quiet area is surrounded by enough bloodshed and carnage to make one think the world is ending. I haven't told any of my men, though. Best to let them have a moment of comfort. At least, what comfort they would feel if it weren't for him, Corporal Lawrence. Nobody can seem to like Lawrence. We've tried our best, but there is something just not right about that man. You'd think among all this chaos and death, an oddity of character wouldn't be much of a problem. So what if he stares longer than normal, or barely sleeps? It would be a miracle for any man to stay sane in all of this. I've seen many crack under the pressure. But Lawrence is just too calm, too quiet. Like he's at peace. Like he somehow enjoys all of this. Ainsley had to change barracks the other day. Said he heard Lawrence muttering something in his sleep that terrified him. Something about his daughter. But he wouldn't tell me any more. 2nd of November, 1916. Well, we're going over the top. Some of us, at least. It's been 3 days since anything was heard from Jerry. Command is sending 15 of us over to scout out their line and see if they have indeed retreated. I decided to ask for volunteers before selecting anyone myself, but this was a mistake. Only one man stepped forward. Corporal Lawrence. He seemed to have some kind of desire or hunger to venture out to no man's land, across literal hell on earth. I didn't want to take him, but what reason could I give? I had to reprimand Ainsley for suggesting that Lawrence could make the ultimate sacrifice for king and country. I don't care how unusual Lawrence may be. I will not allow such misconduct between the men. The 4th of November, 1916. Mary, Mother of God, only with blessings did we make it back from the other side, from that hell. We began our journey across no man's land as quickly and quietly as we could. Never have I ever seen such utter devastation, such misery inflicted on the world. What was probably a pleasant countryside is now blasted into a lifeless wasteland, a sea of wire and rot. We approached the German trench expecting a sudden ambush, but as we rolled over the sandbags we were met with a dreadful silence. The enemy line was completely empty. We of course checked for traps as we explored the trench, but nothing could be found, no signs of life, not even the vermin could be found. Ainsley quickly pointed out a queer black mold that seemed to be embedded in every crack and corner, giving off a horrid, sickly sweet scent, like rotten fruit. Private Dixon found the first body and managed to cry out before vomiting. A man, or what was left of him, was smeared over the dirt floor.
Ooh.
The bones looked old and pitted, and the skull had been crushed open with a tongue stuffed inside. We found more remains in the watch post and the tree, each more gruesome than the last. Then we discovered a small hole in one of the bunkers. Corporal Lawrence was the first to investigate. According to Dixon, he was peering in, as if hypnotized, before sliding in head first. The men rushed to his aid, only to be met with silence. Shortly after, he suddenly emerged from the hole, covered in a tarry black ooze, and was insensible. After dragging Lawrence from the bunker, we escaped back to our trench, and the commanders tried to calm us. Lawrence still hasn't told us what happened in that hole. November 6th, 1916. I can't help but notice the change in Corporal Lawrence recently. He used to be so quiet and unsettling, but now he's more talkative than ever, but it seems like the other men wish for his old silence. Some reported the things he says disturb them greatly. They say he talks about the joys of close spaces, the creation and destruction that seems to surround us, and human pleasures missed. Private Dixon told me that he woke up in the middle of the night to find the corporal standing over him. His eyes were as bright and flat as silver coins. The next day, they found Private Dixon snarled in the barbed wire,
Oh.
his intestines strewn about in all directions.
That's nasty.
15th of November, 1916. I fear we will never make it back home. After Dixon's death, a strange sickness spread throughout the trench, devouring men's flesh like acid. Previously healthy men woke to find their flesh eaten down to the bone, leaving it blackened and oozing. I witnessed a sergeant being consumed by a living carpet of rats that refused to leave his body, even after being shot. They attacked many other men before the body was recovered. We were eventually relieved, but many of us were already wasting away before we even made it to a hospital. Corporal Lawrence was placed in a psychiatric ward after exhibiting signs of extreme mental imbalance, including attempting to assault a nurse, causing her to lose 3 fingers from her right hand and vision in her right eye. His behavior grew more unsettling, and he would whisper about endless halls, pursuits in the dark, and flesh laid out like pages of a book. Disappeared from the ward several times, only to reappear several hours later as if nothing had happened. When pressed, he would sing "My Bonnie Lies Over the Sea" in an endless monotone until the doctors left in frustration. The air around Lawrence seemed to be tainted with a stale and musty foulness, and incidents of infection, strange sickness, like those that had afflicted our trench, followed him like a cloud. The doctors tried to transfer him multiple times, but bureaucratic confusion hindered their efforts. There were no records of his existence, not even a birth certificate. Throughout it all, Lawrence sat
You can tell this
cross-legged
man
on
is
his bed,
freaky.
occasionally humming tunelessly or giggling while reciting the names of his fellow patients. I can't help but wonder if I'll end up like him, lost in this war and forgotten by the world. 26th of November, 1916. Last night, Lawrence and the 18 other men vanished from the ward. It happened during a 5-minute nurse rotation at 3 in the morning. The room was filled with a sickening stench of rust, oil, mold, something else. A sweet rot that clung to the air. Thick black swaths of crumbling ooze coated the beds and walls, and patches of it were eating into the floor. At first, we couldn't find any trace of the missing men until one of the nurses moved a bed frame and stumbled upon a sunken depression in the floor and let out a piercing scream. There, arranged in a tight spiral, were dozens of teeth. After counting them, the staff realized they were the total number of teeth from everyone in the ward, except for one. Corporal Lawrence was never found, nor were any of my missing men. The incident was quickly forgotten amidst the constant barrage of horrors from the front. However, rumors of a cursed trench quickly spread across the lines, a rumor I knew to be true. We heard stories of strange deaths and disappearing men, found days later, decayed and twisted beyond recognition. And some spoke of a dark figure stalking the bomb-riddled towns and fields of Europe.
Oh God. That's nasty. Oh, hell no. I'm running. Don't care if those guards catch me now, because I'd rather run like mad and stay in there. Not stay there, man. I wouldn't. Heck no, run!
I did.
Oh my god. Wow. One sec. That was insane, ladies and gents. I can't even describe it. That was really good. The backstory and the telling about both were really, really good. I hope that you all enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next one.